is king! Christ is king! Christ is king!
Let all that you do be done in love. A Christian, when they see their society collapsing around them, doesn't cower or run in fear. He doesn't stick his head in the sand and hope that it will all change and just go away and be all right. He doesn't throw up his hands and say all is lost. A true man, when he sees a challenge, he rises to the challenge. He digs deep within his own soul to find the strength to do what is necessary to meet the challenge in front of him. And this is what as Christians we are called to do. That means that when we see our society collapsing around us, we don't run away. We don't go and join the opposition as Andrew Tate did. We don't despair. No, as Christians, we stand up for that which is good and true and noble. The tutelage of our Lord Jesus Christ calls us to bear our cross and to suffer in his way.
Ladies and gentlemen, Luca is someone who looks for attention.
Ad hominems.
He's looking for attention right now. Did he not just call me a homophobe?
I don't care about
Was that an ad hominem?
He was.
Because
He's
you are.
looking for clickbait.
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 I don't have a channel. So
He
why
became
would I
a
be looking
Muslim
for clickbait?
for clickbait.
No, I
He
didn't.
became a Muslim because they promised him a wife.
He got a wife now.
You hate gay
Ladies
people
and gentlemen.
you hate Muslims.
He told me in that hotel over there, to my face, that he wanted to be able to marry children.
No, I didn't. That's a lie.
He told me in that hotel over there that he wanted
You're
to
lying
own
now.
slaves.
You're lying.
We have him on camera defending both things.
I've changed my mind about those things.
And he abandoned Islam.
I've changed
He
my mind about
abandoned Islam.
slavery.
He abandoned Islam
I've changed my mind about
for
Islam.
clickbait because they didn't give him the wife that they promised him. Did they, Ali Dawah?
I don't have a YouTube channel, so how can I be looking for clickbait?
So, ladies and gentlemen,
You hate Muslims, and you now shown yourself to hate gay people as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you,
You tried to incite
if
violence
I
against
state,
people
ladies and gentlemen,
in the
that
cenotaph,
theologically
you
there
tried
can be no
to get
blessings
people
of gay marriage,
confront.
is that any
Palestine
hateful
march.
statement to gay people?
Yes,
No.
it is.
And this
You
is the
hate gay
mistake
people.
of the liberal world.
You're a homophobe.
The liberal world, no, don't play up to him, JC. The liberal world, ladies and gentlemen, makes the same dumb category error
You're a
that
Christian
Luca
fascist.
has just made.
You're a fascist.
They confuse the idea of hating sin with hating the person.
You're a Christian fascist.
Christians don't make that mistake, liberals. We don't, ladies and gentlemen.
You're a fascist.
We believe in loving sinners but hating sin. And that's why the church
You hate both.
has no authority to bless sin
You hate both.
because God hates sin. And so
You're full
God
of
does
hate.
not bless sin, and so the church cannot bless sin no matter what any pope or archbishop or council or synod
You're
says.
full of hate. You're a hate
No,
preacher.
let me show
You're a
you
hate preacher.
how stupid Luca is. Luca, as a former Muslim, what's the punishment of Islam for you?
For what?
You've left Islam, have you not?
Yeah.
What is, according to Sharia law, the punishment for you?
I believe it's death penalty for apostasy.
The death penalty. Do you think that we should allow Muslims to do that to you?
I'd rather not be.
Rather not. He's unsure. He's a little
It's a
unsure.
statement. I'd rather not.
Yeah, right. You'd rather not be killed by Muslims. Right. So if I want to oppose Sharia law in its implementation of its apostasy laws on you, am I helping you or hurting you?
No, you want to
Answer my question. Answer my question.
I don't need your help, thank you.
Right,
Thank you,
yeah.
I don't need your help.
He doesn't need my help.
Thank you.
So,
no, thank you.
he doesn't need my help. Are you opposing Sharia law right now?
I oppose the violent aspects, yes.
So you're opposing some Sharia law?
And I oppose the slavery, I oppose the child...
Right, okay. Am I opposing Sharia law? Put your hand up if you know that I'm opposing Sharia law.
You tried to incite violence.
No, let me ask
Muslims
you. I'm
on
opposing
Armistice
Sharia
Day.
law. I'm opposing Sharia law.
To incite violence against Muslims.
Prove it.
On Armistice
Prove
Day.
it.
You
Show the video. Show the video. No, I'm going to finish.
He doesn't want me to prove it.
I'm going to finish.
I have evidence.
So he interrupts me, but he doesn't want me to interrupt him.
You asked me a question.
So, ladies and gentlemen.
Because you're guilty.
So, ladies and gentlemen. He has just admitted. Do you oppose Sharia law? Do you oppose Sharia law? Do you oppose Sharia law? Here's the hypocrisy of Luca and people like Luca. He opposes Sharia law, but he condemns me if I oppose Sharia law. So he opposes the Islamic slave trade, but he condemns me for opposing the Islamic slave trade. He opposes the apostasy law, but he condemns me for opposing the apostasy law. Now, ladies and gentlemen, now, ladies and gentlemen,
you've committed a crime.
Everything that I have said
to get people
has been on camera. And I have said multiple times.
Trying to incite violence.
And here's the thing that's going to shock Luca. I'm friends with police officers. I have said the same things on camera to police officers' faces.
Show us the
ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, I've said it to police officers. There is nothing wrong with calling for your nation to fight jihadis. You know what that's called? It's called public debate in a democracy.
Fights jihadis.
We had a debate in our parliament, attended by every MP of the country, and they debated ferociously about whether we should bomb ISIS.
Stop waffling.
And when they had that debate in Parliament, people were debating that in coffee shops. People were debating that on Question Time. And people were saying we should bomb ISIS. I am saying that the world governments should bomb the Fulani Muslims. I am saying that world governments should bomb Hamas.
I'm right.
There you go. I've said it. Go and get a police officer. Go and get a police officer. This is called public debate.
You should be locked up.
Do you remember, ladies and gentlemen, when the Muslims were stood in front of the parliament or the embassy and they were saying, Muslim armies rise up?
Come on, talk to me, Bob. Stop
Muslim armies rise up.
Stop ignoring me.
And they were surrounded by police.
Stop ignoring
Were any
me,
of them arrested?
No.
Because they didn't break the law.
Stop ignoring me.
It is not a crime to say that we should oppose Islamization.
You would have been arrested if
it
you
is
tried
not
to
a hate crime
march.
to say that we should stand against Islamists using violence, so long as we believe that resistance should be based on legal resistance, ladies and gentlemen.
You're a coward.
So, ladies and gentlemen,
You're a coward.
Luca's a hypocrite. Luca is a hypocrite.
Practice what you preach.
Luca is a hypocrite. When have you ever heard Luca stand up for persecuted Christians? When have you heard Luca condemn the mass murder of Nigerian Christians? When have you heard Luca condemn the persecution of Pakistani Christians? When have you heard Luca condemn Christians being taken as slaves in Sudan?
You can hear me condemning it.
When have you seen Luca oppose the defenders of such things?
I condemn it.
When has Luca gone to the Dawa gang and challenge them for Christophobia. Luca is a hypocrite.
No, I'm not.
And he's looking for clickbait,
No,
ladies and gentlemen.
You're the one who's looking
So,
for clickbait.
I'm done debating Luca.
Yes, you can't debate me. You
Any
failed.
other questions, ladies and gentlemen?
You're a coward. You
Go
have
on,
no
bro.
balls. You've got no balls.
You'll have to
You're a
stand up for
coward.
yourself, bro. He has
You're
no
a moral
manners. I
coward.
can't hear you.
You're a coward.
I can't hear you, bro.
You can't debate me.
You got to shut up. Let other people speak.
No,
You
I'm
don't own this
talking now,
part.
Bob.
Stand here,
Answer
bro.
my
Stand here.
questions.
Stand here. Go
I'm
on.
going to continue heckling.
So you say the
and
Church
there's
of England
nothing
is
you
outside
can
of
do about
communion.
it.
You say
and
the
I'll
Church
shout
of
in your
England
mic
is outside
for
of
as long as
communion.
I want
Does that mean
to.
Christians
This is
ought to
Speaker's
avoid
Corner,
attending
and I'm having
Sunday
my
services at Church of
speech now,
England?
Bob, and I'm not letting you
Stand here,
have
bro.
your
Stand here.
speech.
Stand here.
You
Stand here.
are a coward.
Right, stand here. There we go. There we go. So, ladies and gentlemen. So, ladies and gentlemen. The question is, ladies and gentlemen, the question is, since the Church of England has fallen out of communion with the church, should we go to Church of England churches for communion? The answer is you judge fellowship by fellowship, because there are lots of fellowships inside the Church of England, lots of fellowships inside the Church of England that are faithful to the Christian faith.
You're a coward.
And they don't, ladies and gentlemen. And they don't, ladies and gentlemen. They don't agree with what the Church of England is doing. So, any other questions? Go on, brother.
You're a coward.
You're pushing me.
Okay.
You're pushing me. Get away.
So, ladies and gentlemen.
Face me.
So, ladies and gentlemen. The question is, should we keep the Sabbath? Okay? Can you hear me at the back, brother?
You are
Okay.
a coward.
Should Christians keep the Sabbath?
Moral
The answer to that question is the Sabbath was given to the Jews. It was not given to the Gentiles. However, Christians are free, ladies and gentlemen, to keep a day of rest unto the Lord if they want to. It's called the freedom of the gospel. And historically, the ancient churches have had the discipline of doing that on a Sunday. But you're not obliged to do it. And so you are free not to do it. Or you're free to do it on a Saturday, or on a Monday, or on a Tuesday, or not at all. It's called the freedom of the gospel. Because the Sabbath was only a sign or a symbol, ladies and gentlemen, only a sign or a symbol of the new covenant, of the promised land. I just want to point out that Luca is never brave enough to harass Muslims like this. And do you know why? Because we Christians are better people. Because we Christians are better people. Because we tolerate his stupidity. We tolerate his stupidity. If he behaves like this with the Muslims, they'd be punching him or pushing him away. Yes, go on, bro.
Christian, the Palestinian Christian.
Either Muslim or Christian or something like that, right? Muslim, right?
Yes, sir.
So I want to ask you this question. Why is it in Ezekiel chapter 8 verse 14, it's another Bible or something like that? Oh, you've got one?
I've got one. Let me go grab my bag of books.
Behind.
Could you hold that a minute?
Look at me, you hateful.
Now notice the liberal is only brave to behave like this because Christians have enough love to tolerate it. He doesn't do this to the Muslims because they don't have the love to tolerate it. And that is why Christianity is better than Islam. And that is why liberals only harass Christians. That is why.
We are better than you.
That is why.
Christian.
That is why.
Yes.
That is why.
Christian.
Liberals only harass Christians.
Christian, yes.
Boy, you're proving it.
JC, could you hold on to
Yes,
it?
don't you Bible.
Right.
Hey guys, right, chill, bro. It's such a point.
Okay.
Yeah, go eat a banana. Yeah, chill. Just chill, man. Take an aspirin.
Go on.
Listen. My brother, listen.
Ezekiel what?
Ezekiel chapter 8, verse 14.
Ezekiel 8:14. Okay.
Now, before I give you the context, you need to know the. So you can explain. Maybe you.
Are we having a debate, bro?
No. You explain.
I want to wait.
Let them just.
Brother, one
understand
second.
what we're talking
One
about.
second.
Yeah.
Are you just wanting one second?
It's a question.
1 second. So you're just asking one question.
Question.
Okay, and then I'm going to give the answer, and then I'll take another question from everybody else. Okay?
Okay, go on.
Or are you wanting to debate this?
I don't want to debate. It's just.
Right, brother. If you're getting, I'm just picking up an energy from you, like you want to have a conversation.
Yeah. but
Right,
it's just-
then come in front of the camera.
I don't want people shouting.
Then come in front of the camera.
Pardon?
Then come in front of the camera. Let's have a conversation.
Come back.
Talk to me, Bob. Come on. I'm not out of steam
Go on, bro.
yet.
So
Talk
what's
to
the point
me.
you want to make?
You are trying to incite hatred against Muslims. You're full of hate. You tried to stand Palestine march. You have nothing to say. You're full of hate.
Right.
You tried to get
Yes, no
people
manners.
to march against the
Go on.
Palestine march. That's
not
illegal.
political.
You
That's
tried
called
to incite
democracy.
violence.
If you don't like
tried
it, tough
to
shit.
incite violence.
What's your
But you
bro?
have
You
no
just have to ignore him.
balls. You didn't have
Too
the
much.
balls
Okay.
to confront
This man, this guy's changed.
Right.
Go take an aspirin, man. Go take an
They don't
aspirin.
have the
Okay.
balls to confront
That's a
them,
shame.
and you
So,
don't have the balls
what is it? Ezekiel 8, what was it? 8:14.
Seriously, what's wrong with you? You
He's got
got autism. You got autism. Are you alright, man? Calm down.
he's looking for attention. He's looking for attention. He's a child. He's a child. He's an emotional child. But his behavior, ladies and gentlemen, shows the superiority of Christian spirituality. Shows the superiority of it. Because this chicken shit wouldn't do that for the Muslims. And he has never been on camera challenging the Muslims about their Christophobia, about their persecution of Christians. Never. He's never been on. He only challenges Christians because we know and he knows that unless he uses violence, he's totally safe.
Okay, can everybody do me a favor, yeah? Because now he's calmed down. This guy's calmed down now. Can everybody do me a favor, yeah? To get your phones out, and I want you to go on Google and check what is the symbol for the god called Tammuz. Because if you can read Ezekiel 8, verse 14.
So Ezekiel 8, verse 14.
Yeah? Go on to Tammuz is Tammuz. You can check on Google. Check.
Then he brought me to the entrance of the gate of the Lord's house,
This is Ezekiel, yeah?
which was towards the north, and behold, women were sitting there weeping for Tammuz. He said to me, do you see this, son of man? Yet you will see still greater abominations
Disgusting things.
than these things. Right, so what's your point?
Right, so...
No, I'll hold my Bible.
All right, so that basically...
Don't let him in. Don't let him in. Don't let him in.
Talk to me, Bob.
He's
Talk
letting
to
me
me. Go on. Talk to me.
You've just let him in, bro. You've just let him in.
Violence against
All
Muslims.
you needed to do was stand there.
Tried to get people.
Bro,
to
you're being
attack
rude. Go on, I'm
Muslims.
listening to you. Come on, talk.
should be
It's my first time here.
behind
I
bars.
can't control hecklers. He's allowed to heckle. I can't do anything about it. You've got to talk about it. What's your point?
You should be.
He's got no manners.
He's got bad breath, man. He's got bad breath. I don't talk about his talk.
You have no manners, Luca. Why should anyone engage you?
Violence.
Go on.
Talk to me.
What?
Talk to
I
me.
was talking to him.
You were
No, I'm not talking to him. This is your chance. Talk to me or lose the chance.
Talk to me, Bob.
Okay, any other questions,
I
ladies
have a
and
question,
gentlemen?
Bob. Do you want to answer my
Don't wait for
questions?
him. I'm not waiting for
Do you
him.
want
Any
to
other
answer my
questions?
questions? No,
Yeah, go on.
because you can't.
finishing.
You have no.
Right.
You have nothing
So,
to stand
ladies and
on.
gentlemen,
You have
the
nothing to
question
stand
is,
on.
how do I think that the Ukraine war is going to end? I think it's going to end in a World War I style stalemate where both sides dig in and neither side manages to conquer the other. And I think that that's tragic for lots of reasons. Because Christians are fighting Christians, Christians are killing Christians, and they're doing it for the sake of nationalism. The Bible doesn't support nationalism.
It doesn't support you going to fight
Yeah.
wars, mate. What are you talking about?
That's blatantly not true.
Yes,
Blatantly not
Christ
true.
was a pacifist.
He said, do not pick up the sword.
Are you wanting to debate your earlier point?
Right.
Are you wanting to debate your earlier point?
Lie. You claim you believe in Jesus, but Jesus said, do not take up arms.
Yes, but
Are you
yes.
sure?
Christ is coming back.
Are you sure?
If you really have faith
Are you
in
saying Christ never said take up arms?
Yes, but
Are you sure Christ never said take up arms?
he said carry a penknife.
Never said take up arms.
Carry a
Let me
penknife.
just show you that the brother doesn't know his Bible.
That's what
Let
he
me
said.
show you this brother doesn't know his
Carry a
Bible.
penknife.
Let me just show you.
Or a
Let me show you.
Yes, a butter knife.
What am I killing?
A butter knife or a bread knife, not a knife to stab people with. You vile man who wants to incite hatred and violence. You're a vile man. Go on. Christ preached peace. He preached love.
So, ladies and gentlemen,
He said,
the brother said Christ never said take up the sword. Christ, who commanded his apostles, if you have a cloak, go and sell it and buy a sword.
A butter knife.
They didn't even
Buy a
have butter
butter
knives.
knife.
They didn't even have butter knives. Ladies and gentlemen. So Christ himself said, that he who doesn't have a sword should go and sell his cloak and buy
Put it
one.
in context.
Now, no, hold on, 1 second.
Yeah?
1 second. You don't come and jump in and interrupt, walk away, and then jump in again. No, hold on. I will finish speaking,
Yeah?
and then you can speak.
Right.
Sorry for.
That's all right,
Sorry.
that's all right, go.
I'll finish speaking, and then you'll speak.
Yeah.
Okay, let's have a calm conversation.
All right,
Okay.
good.
So Christ himself said to his disciples, go, if you don't have a sword, sell your cloak and buy one. Because when I sent you out before,
right.
referencing the sending out of the 70, right? He sent them out, and he sent them out without purse or sword or sandal.
That's fine.
And he said, you went out and you were unharmed, but now things are different.
That's right.
Right? Jesus, and then the apostle said, we have two already. So the apostle, Christ was walking around with armed men. And at the Garden of Gethsemane, one of those armed men, Peter, used the sword
I struck the
and
ear.
chucked and cut off the ear of the servant.
That's right.
And Christ, don't interrupt or I'll interrupt you and you'll complain. No, hold on 1 second. Stop interrupting. Then you can speak, because I guarantee if I interrupt you, you'll complain. I do this all the time and it always happens like that.
Give the context.
No, stop interrupting. Wait for your turn. We'll talk. You're going to have we're going to have a conversation. So, ladies and gentlemen, so then Christ healed the ear of the servant. And he said to Peter, what did he say? Did he say to him, why did you come with a sword? Did he say to him, throw away your sword? No, he said, put your sword back. Because if I had so wanted, put away your sword, because he who lives by the sword dies by the sword. And if I had so, do you not think that I have 12 legions of angels at my disposal? In the Our Father prayer, do we not pray, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven? If Christ has 12 legions at his disposal in heaven, what should he have on earth? He should have legions at his disposal,
It doesn't
ladies
say
and
that in the
gentlemen.
Bible.